It's now 34 minutes past the hour. At least 5 Florida politicians have been hand-selected for soon-to-be President Trump's administration, and there may be more in the future.
So we are joined this morning by On Your Side's Claire Alfrey, who sat down with political analysts about the potential of Governor DeSantis joining the administration.
That's right, Katie and Keitha. Good morning. And after speaking with First Coast News political analyst John Daigle, he says Governor Ron DeSantis could be one of the top picks to be Secretary of Defense if current nominee Pete Hegseth were to back out after facing many allegations over the weekend. But what could that mean for Florida? Well, right now, Governor DeSantis is busy trying to fill seats of other Florida leaders like Senator Marco Rubio and Representative Mike Waltz before they move to Washington ahead of session. If DeSantis were to be selected for any open role in Trump's administration, Lieutenant Governor Nunes would take over and become Florida's governor. However, Daigle says it's all up to timing and that not all of Trump's administration may stay the same during his presidential term, leaving the door open for DeSantis even after his days of being governor are over in 2026.
Even if DeSantis doesn't get tapped for a spot before January 20th, if something opens up, which history shows it probably will, he could likely be in Washington before the end of Trump's second term.
Despite the allegations regarding misconduct, Army veteran Pete Hegseth is still soon to be elected President Trump's current pick for defense secretary. In response to the list of allegations, ABC News says that Hegseth will be getting a background check from the FBI. Katie, back to you.
Well, President Joe Biden says the fall of the Assad regime in Syria is a historic moment. Rebel groups toppled the government of President Bashar al-Assad and captured the capital of Damascus over the weekend. In less than 2 weeks, the militant group Hayat Tahrir al-Sham has moved across the country, taking city after city before taking the capital. Now, speaking at the White House, President Biden looked towards the future, ensuring continued U.S. involvement in Syria as it transitions away from the Assad regime.
We will remain vigilant. Make no mistake, some of the rebel groups that took down Assad have their own grim record of terrorism and human rights abuses. We've taken note of statements by the leaders of these rebel groups in recent days, and they're saying the right things now. But as they take on greater responsibility, we will assess not just their words, but their actions.
We are also learning that Assad left the country and relinquished the presidency. Russian state media reported that he fled to Moscow.
President-elect Donald Trump has named Alina Habba as counselor to the president. So we know that Habba was also one of Trump's defense attorneys in the New York hush money case. President-elect Trump released a statement congratulating her on the selection. In the statement, he wrote, quote, Alina has been a tireless advocate for justice, a fierce defender of the rule of law, and an invaluable advisor to my campaign and transition team, end quote.
Well, a call to safeguard state parks. This past summer, Floridians learned about a plan to build hotels, pickleball courts, and golf courses in state parks across Florida. It was put on hold, but Senator Gail Harrell of Stuart, Florida, just filed a bill last week tackling the issue, named the State Park Preservation Act. The bill would stop golf courses, tennis courses, pickleball courts, and ball fields from being built at state parks. The bill also will not allow hotels, motels, bed and breakfasts, and vacation rentals to be acquired or installed in state parks.
What it really does is define what appropriate uses of a state park is. And it's so important that we say very specifically it is to preserve and protect the natural environment and to open it up to our wonderful population and visitors.
The bill would also require a 30-day notice for any proposed changes, and it will be discussed in March.
Your time right now is 6:38. Let's look at what's happening around the state. It's time now for your Florida Minute.
2 Hillsborough County deputies shot and killed an armed suspect after he pointed a firearm at them on Saturday night. Sheriff's office said the deputies responded to a Tampa home following reports of gunfire, and they found 67-year-old Anthony DeDante holding a gun inside of a bathroom at the residence. Sheriff's office said the man pointed a firearm at one of the deputies, and they both opened fire, shooting and killing him. The Florida Department of Law Enforcement is investigating.
The president and general manager at Tyler Perry Studios was killed in a plane crash. This happened last Friday here in Florida. Steve Mensch, he was piloting a single-engine plane when it went down in South Florida. Now, Mensch was the only person on board. Tyler Perry Studios confirmed his death, saying in a statement, quote, "We are incredibly saddened by the passing of our dear friend," end quote. Right now, the FAA and the NTSB are investigating.
What is the most popular Christmas song in Florida? Well, according to a Google Trends search, Jingle Bells was the most popular song in 15 states, followed by Let It Snow, which was the top search tune in 6 states. In Florida, the top Christmas song is Feliz Navidad.
That's pretty interesting. Feliz Navidad. I don't know what I would think Florida's song would be.
I don't know. I think Silent Night is my favorite.
That is
just
a
like
pretty
a good
one.
classic one.
Yeah, I'm a Jingle Bells type of girl. The remixed one with some beat to it. All right, let's check in now with our meteorologist, Robert Spetta.
Well, you can leave the Let It Snow at home today. 76. I mean, talk about a beautiful start to the week as we go ahead through today and even into tomorrow. We're still going to be staying balmy. This is our high across the first coast. So look at Palm Coast, 77. You're already flirting with 80. But tomorrow, yeah, we could get up to 80 degrees in Jacksonville. Wednesday, there's a front that's going to kick on through, though, and Tuesday's high just 56. So we got a little bit of something for everybody. A nice warm up here, but then a drop off as we look ahead through that extended forecast. Wednesday, though, you are going to be looking at that chance of some showers, maybe in a few strong thunderstorms out there. Love this photo. I mean, right there, you can see kind of the pre-sunrise shot out of Jack's Beach. This was sunset last night from John. If you ever have any nice photos you want to send our way, check out our First Coast News Weather Watchers Facebook page. Had a load of people send those noctilucent clouds last week. Absolutely love them. So get out there, enjoy that warm weather today.
Gorgeous shot, John. Thanks for sending that in. Folks, it's 40 minutes past the hour, so could the home of the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp be called something different for the upcoming baseball season? We'll fill you in. Plus, we now know who will be battling it out on the First Coast in the TaxSlayer Gator Bowl and how much tickets are going to cost. That's just ahead right here. You're watching Good Morning Jacksonville.
Taking a live look right now at St. George Street. You can see some of the businesses keeping their Christmas lights on overnight. Just a reminder, Nights of Lights still going on until January 26th. So maybe avoid the crowds if you want to go after Christmas and you can still catch those lights. Time is 6:44. We are on your side with some of the top headlines happening today on the First Coast.
The ballpark, currently known as 121 Financial Ballpark, could be called something else in the new year. This is a part of a merger with VyStar. Now, VyStar will take over the ballpark's name rights in a deal that runs through 2040. Plus, VyStar becomes the official credit union of the Jumbo Shrimp, along with additional sponsorship and marketing elements. The name change is still pending approval from the Jacksonville City Council.
Well, the city of St. Augustine is asking for input from the community on ways to address flooding prevention. The city is updating its 2014 vision plan with potential changes to the land development code in an effort to prevent flooding. A meeting is set for December 18th at 9 a.m. at City Hall. There's also an online public input survey that is open through December 22nd.
NFL superstar and Yulee legend Derrick Henry continues to give back to his community. This Saturday, the Ravens running back will host a toy giveaway in his hometown of Yulee. The first 500 kids who show up to the Walmart in Yulee will receive a free toy from Henry's family and the 2 All Foundation. Henry's annual holiday giveaway is Saturday, December 14th at 1 p.m.